and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Steve. I'm here with a spontaneous stream because I know this one was not scheduled, so surprise! Of Spirit Island Nature Incarnate. Had a lot of fun playing this yesterday, and just prepping a few things, and it was like, you know what? I want to play Spirit Island again. I've got the urge, got the itch, gotta do it. And I thought to myself, you know what? Normally I would just play this on my own, but I thought it'd be kind of fun, since it was requested anyway, to go through Towering Roots of the Jungle. And this will be a first play for me for the Spirit. So, might not be the best optimal play. Most likely will not be. But I'll play through. You'll see my first impressions of this one as we explore it together. But yes, so let's jump down to the table. And I won't be describing how Spirit Island works unless you guys join live. If I have any questions, we'll get through it. But otherwise, we'll dive into Towering Roots and talk about what's different about this spirit. Hey, Nick, welcome. Nice to see you here. Okay, so got the board set up. We're just doing basic difficulty level because, like I said, brand new spirit, managing the stream, all this other stuff. I'm just going to keep it simple for now. Let's talk about Towering Roots. So let's look at the back side of this guy. And by the way, this one I personally scanned in, so I know these placards are correct. So, okay. So moderate complexity. Put 3 presents on the starting board. So, and one the highest number jungle, and the highest mountain, and the highest wetland. And then we also have an Incarnate, which is going to go into jungle spot. Let's talk about that in a second here. This one is going to use an Incarnate, Wilds token, and the new Vitality tokens. So we'll see how they work for the first time. This guy is very, very defensive, and not much anything else. So we might have to draft some power cards to help, filter out some of the gaps there. Okay, so that is the back side. So I've got the board set up here with what's going on. So I've got our presence in the highest mountain, wetlands, and jungle, and here's our Incarna. So the Incarna on this one, here's the unpowered side, and the empowered side is yellow. It is literally the same symbols. There's no difference on the token itself if it's empowered or not. So it starts unempowered, of course. Okay, let's talk about the board itself, the good stuff. So start over with the special rules. So enduring vitality, some of your actions add vitality tokens. So those are going to be these tokens right here. And each vitality token in a land with no blight prevents 1 blight from being added and then is removed. So these are kind of like the wilds and disease tokens, for example. Probably more like the wilds token, honestly. But they are specific for blight. This is brand new, and this spirit does focus on those. Heart Tree guards the land. You have an Incarna. So what does an Incarna do? Your powers get +1 range if the Incarna is the origin land. So we're able to reach a little bit further from this one location. Important one is invaders, Dahan, and beasts can't be damaged or destroyed at the Incarna. So basically, everyone is safe under the trees. Or underneath this tree, whatever it is. So, I imagine this is like the, I'm trying to think the Disney, Animal Kingdom. That giant tree, Animal Kingdom. I imagine like it's like that. For some giant massive tree that everyone's sheltered underneath. So empowered Incarna. What does that do? The first time it's in a land with 3 or more vitality tokens. So we want to load up those vitality tokens and flip that over. And what does it do? Skip all build actions at empowered Incarna. So it shuts down the build, which is pretty awesome. Okay. Let's look at the rest of it. So the innate powers. Have 2 innate powers. The first one, shelter under the towering branches. Range 0, need have a shrine, and slow speed. This one will gather Dahan, explorers, towns, or eventually cities. So this is how you pull everything into what I presume to be the towering tree, the Incarna. Now the other one we have is also slow. Revoke the sanctuary and cast out. So this is the offense part of it. As range 0, it has to be the target of the land with the Incarnate, and it has to have invaders in it. And this one will give us fear and remove explorers or towns, or a single invader. Now, reminder that when we say remove, we do not gain the fear for those. They're just gone. So I suspect this one might be tricky to play solo because we might not get a lot of fear because of that. So, okay, so it's kind of like a safe haven for everybody, but at some point we can revoke the sanctuary and cast them out and just get rid of those pieces off the board. The growth options are pretty nice. They all of them have add a presence on there. Now, I don't see an option to add the Incarnate back to the board. I think if we lose the Incarnate, it's gone. So that's going to be very key to be careful with. This one here is pretty nice. Add a Vitality at your Incarnate. So this is help build up those to do them power. And then this one here, let's just move the Incarnate. So we can replace another presence with the Incarnate. And then I'll show you, we do have a card to get back those presents. Which, let's talk about the cards themselves. You see the presence board there as well, but we'll jump to the cards now. Okay, so look at the cards one by one. So the first card we'll look at here is Boon of Resilient Power. So it'll give us a lot of nice elements we need. Slow power. Target spirit may add one of the destroyed presents to one of your lands, or one of the removed. This one is adding those presents off the board back on. That's a new symbol they're adding. If you target yourself, gain a major power. Otherwise, target spirit gains a power card. Now, I believe if we gain a major power, I think we still have to forget a power. Because I think that is like a standard rule, and I think there's like a power that says, oh, gain a major power, but you don't have to forget. This one does not say that, so I'm pretty sure we do have to forget a power when we do this. And interestingly enough, it doesn't look like it's optional if we do that. So that's nice, a slow one. This one is probably more of our offensive option. Radiant and Hallowed Grove. 2 energy to play this one fast. It has to be at the land with our Incarnate. 2 fear if invaders are present or adjacent. If both target and one adjacent land, you may remove an invader with health less than or equal to the terror level. So this is another way we can get rid of those pieces. And this one might be an easier way to get rid of the cities once we get to terror level 3. So I think generating fear might be pretty key for this guy if we can figure that out. Other card we have is 0, Blooming of the Rocks and Trees. So slow, has to be 1 range from a shrine. If no blight is present, add a Vitality, so another way to add that. Or, if no invaders are present, add a Wilds token. And if we have 3 green, we can do both options, which is really nice. I love the Wilds tokens. Whenever I get a chance to do that, it's one of my favorite tokens in the game. And the last one, Entwine the Fates of All. Fast, target anybody. In one of target spirits' lands, defend 2 per presence. And this is from all spirits. So if it was like, if I had 2 presents and you had 1 presence all in the same land, all 3 of those presents would count for defending. So this is the nice way to get that defense for this spirit. Okay, those are all the cards. The board set up. All we have to do is do the Explorer, so let's do that, and then we'll start playing the game. Our starting Explorer will be the mountains. Hey, Ken, I can see you here. I guess you're done playing Smash Brothers with your brother. Okay, we will put an Explorer guy here and here as our sources. Okay. Let's start the game. Let's look at what we have for growth options. So let me zoom in here. And I think what I really would like to do is I kind of want to try to, our Incarnate's not in a good starting spot. I want to get to the lake in the middle, like here or even there wouldn't be so bad, because that way we'd be able to cover this area pretty nicely. Or even here would be pretty sweet, but that has got blight on it. We have a way to get rid of the blight. So I'm thinking about trying to probably even put my Incarnate here, because there's already a Dahan there. Actually, I can gather them all here. This is even better. Let's try that. In order to do that option, Nice. In order to do that option, we'd have to do the third growth option. We add a presence and remove it. That seems okay. And we gain a power, gain an energy. We definitely need energy. This one has a pretty energy weak hit to start. So I'm going to choose the third growth option for this one. I'm going to. Ooh, what do we want to pick for our top row, bottom row? I think we did bottom row, get some cards out first, because we're going to get the bonus energy this turn. So let's do the bottom row, so we can play 2 cards. And I would like to put that here. And then we can replace a presence with your Incarnate. So let's get rid of that presence I just placed. Move the Incarnate there. We will gain 1 energy, so I will go ahead and put a counter on the screen first. Top one is energy. Below that is the fear we currently have, and the bottom one is the current terror level. So we'll gain 1 energy. And then we will gain a power card. So let's gain that power card. Definitely picking minor, of course. So let's take a look at what we have for options, and then we can figure out how I want to play this out. Elusive ambushes. It's got only the sun is what we need, but 1 damage at a spot with Dahan or defend 4. That's actually okay to start, because we could get rid of one of those Dahans or one of those explorers right now. It's okay. It's okay. Next one we have is this one, Disorientating Landscape. It's got only the leaves we need. Range 2, push a explorer. If target land is a mountain or jungle, add a wilds. It's fast. Kind of like that card. Even if it's temporary, I kind of like it. Just because that will immediately get one of those explorers off there to prevent a build. Let's set that one aside. I kind of like that one. Next one we have for an option is Call to Guard. Let me move the camera so you guys can see the board a little bit better. There we go. Gather up to 1 Dahan. Then if Dahan are present, either defend 1 per Dahan, or after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. So we gather up to 1 Dahan. And there's any Dahana presence, we choose the top option or the bottom option. The bottom option is interesting. After invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. That's going to be really good for us, isn't it? Because if I understand this, the innate power here, shelter under towering branches, that's going to be gathering pieces constantly. I feel like that's a really good option. It only has the sun symbol we need. Oh, it has the mountain symbol we need. It's got 2 symbols we need. That's actually... okay, I think we might have our answer. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And then the last one we have is Promises of Protection. Gather up to 2 Dahan. Dahan have +2 health while in target land. It's okay. It does have 2 symbols we need. But I think this Call to Guard is the one to go with, because that's second option. After invaders are added or moved. And the first 3 are pretty good, Nick says. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. I agree with you. I'm thinking this one just because we can do damage to them as we pull them in, which is pretty great. I'm gonna choose that one. Plus, it's free. Can't go wrong with free, right? So, okay. We'll pick this one for our card. And then let's go ahead and figure out what we want, how we want to play. So I want to play that card. Or do I want to play that card? Because they're going to build. We're not going to get the event. I want to get a sun, a mountain, and 2... Oh, I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it. What I was hoping to do is I was hoping to pull them away from there to prevent the build. But I can't do it with that card I just gathered, or the one I just drafted. So I'm gonna have to play different cards and make that work. I have to choose one of these two cards, and then yeah, I just can't play this card to start. Any of the other cards will work, and it has to be one of these two. So we'll play this one for sure. I don't want to get a major power right now. Oh, Okay, we'll do this one. We'll do these two. We're gonna do these two. All right, so we're gonna gain the 1 energy from here. So we're gonna be up to 2 energy. Okay, we're playing these two cards. So first things first, let's do our fast powers. Actually, I have to spend all that energy to play this card. So let's do that first. So down to 0. Our fast power is this guy here. 2 fear, which definitely need to get some fear going. If invaders are present or adjacent next to our Incarnate. So I gave us the 2 fear because looking at the board, our Incarnate's here and we've got invaders all around it, so we've got plenty of options. Now, it says here, in both target and one adjacent land, you may remove an invader with health less than or equal to the terror level. So we can remove someone with 1 health. And we have an explorer here and here. Let's go ahead and remove this explorer. I don't know. We'll do that one. Yeah, we might lose our presence, but that's what it's gonna be. Could have moved Arcane to Mountain instead of taking care of BK. Oh, both. I think you were trying to say. Care of both explorers. That's true, if we retcon that real quick. Because I was going to go here because there's more Dahan to pull in to gather. But no, you're right. We could have been there. That would have been a better choice. So let's retcon that real quick, because it's my first time playing it. Retcon there, and then we would be able to remove both those, which helps a ton. That makes way more sense. Okay. And then we move on to the rest of the time. So event card, we just dump the top card because there's nothing. We move on to no fear cards, of course. We're going to build in mountains, which nothing there, which is great. Then we're going to explore into jungle. Jungle gets explorers. So we got 1 over here and 1 over here. Okay. Now we move on to slow stuff. This is where I have some options. We have this one here. So blooming of the rocks and trees. So this is range 1 from a shrine. Now, because our Incarnate counts as a shrine, that card seems really good. It is. This here is a shrine, and it says range 1, but technically we do range 2 because all our powers that's or start in the Incarnate location have +1 range. So this is actually 2 range. If no blight is present, add a vitality. If no invaders are present, add a wilds. We can do both. We can't do both. We don't have enough green yet. That's okay. So the question is, which of those 2 options do we do, and which location do we do them in? We put them here. When this ravages, if we can prevent that, we can start building up our vitality here just because, which seems okay. Yeah. Well, one thing we can do. 8 seems to be the most viable. Yeah, blue sequel pearl. Yeah, that's a good call. So you think we put the we put the vitality there. That's fine. We can do that. We'll put a vitality token there. So that's that. We can then using our innate, we have the first option. Let's look at our innate together so we can follow along. First option is gather. I can do the first two. Yes, I have the first two activated on the shelter under tower branches. So we can gather up to one Dahan and gather up to one explorer. It says range 0, but remember it's +1 if it's next to our vitality. Or sorry, next to our Incarnate, which is what I'm thinking about doing. Yes. Oh, Actually, we could do instead. Yeah, it's too far away. Too far away. I was hoping what we could do is pull this guy off here, but we're way too far away. It's not gonna work. What we can do is pull this Dahan into this area, which would help in the future for when we defend there, can attack back. I'm leaning towards that one. The alternative, though, is if we don't do that, we can pull the Explorer into here. But that's basically all we can do. We can't pull the town, unfortunately. So I'm leaning towards... And we do have our... Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Our superpower, the far one, I think we have this one activated. This one right here, the revoke sanctuary and cast out, because this one is it's range. It has to be the Incarna spot plus invaders. It can't be at range 1 from the Incarna. It could be range 1 away from a shrine at the Incarna. Bummer. I was hoping we could actually like range and remove the town. I don't think it's gonna happen. But because this one can remove an explorer, I'm thinking we gather that explorer, get the fear, and remove him right away. Because we do have that one paid for. Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Pull explorer so the Dahan can destroy it next turn. Oh, well, he's going to be removed anyway. Yeah, he's going to be removed anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yes, I'm agreeing with what you're saying here. So we'll do the first one to pull this guy over here, and then with the second option, we'll remove him and gain the fear. So let's do that. So now we're up to 3 fear. Woo! Okay. Oh, we're so slow. But that is our fast stuff. We got nothing else going on. Let us continue on with the game. So, do the next phase. Look at what we have for growth options. Actually, I'm going to put this other one up so it's easy for you guys to read. So we have a lot of options here. Okay, I got an idea. What I'll do is I'm going to choose the top right power, the second one, to gain a power card, add a presence, and add a vitality to our Incarna spot. So let's do the last option first, because that's the one that's easiest to do. And let me move the camera over here so you guys follow along. So vitality right there. Let's go ahead and add a presence, and this time I'm going to pull it from... So I think we're going to need the energy. Though playing 3 cards a turn is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. But we are only 1 energy a turn. So yeah, let's get some more energy going. So I'm going to put this one right here. Because we have that defend card. And that's going to be a problem coming up. And I think now, even with the city being built there, we can deal with it. Okay. But we do get a power card. Another power card. So let's go. This one's a lot of power cards in this spirit. It's kind of interesting. So let's look at what we have for basic powers. So I'm going to do a minor one. So this one has two of the symbols we need. Invaders are present to fear. If target land is a mountain or jungle, push a explorer and a town. Could be useful, especially because we're gonna have that town right next to us. We can use it on at range 1. Okay. Next one we have is Gold Allure. Gather a explorer and a town. Add a strife. Well, then they don't do damage when they're in. Well, they will ravage, but don't do damage and can't be damaged. So I don't think that strife's going to do anything for us. So this seems like a meh card. Pretty easy one to skip over, I think. Next one, Gift of the Twined Days. Once its turn, target spirit may repeat the lowest cost power card they have in play. It pains cost again. I don't see that one either. Okay, keep going. Last one we have here. Oh, I love this card. I really love cards that add Dahan to the board. So if there are Dahan, add a Dahan. If there are no Dahan, remove a blight. It's very useful, but it's only targeting coastal lands. The symbols we only can use the sun of it. I think our only real option is this one here. The rest of them are like there's some good cards, but not something we can really use. So we'll draft this one. Okay. So that's our draft. Now we have the repeat power one is great. Yeah, it is, but I was trying to think what we can do with it though. Because what powers could we repeat easily? Actually, the radiant one is pretty powerful. Move things. Move things and do 2 damage. Oh, talk about Call to Guard is what you're thinking. Repeating this one? Hmm, that is true. Every time we move it, we do 2 damage to each thing moved there. That would destroy a lot of stuff. It doesn't have a lot of the symbols we need, but that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. We do need the sun. We do need the moon. Okay. Yeah, the problem is green. I know. We need lots of green. That's the kicker. Yeah, and that's why I was leaning towards the other one because it has green on it and it gives us the fear and still lets us push things around. It is not as. You're right. You're right, Nick. It's not as. I think the card I picked was more for the immediate and not for the long term. I think what you're suggesting is really good for long term. Yeah, it's really good for long term. It would also be good for adding vitality too, which is pretty great. So, okay. Um, go for the green one. What do I know? Hey, I don't know this either. I am, we're figuring this out together. So, because I have not played the spirit before. That's what's happening. Okay, so we can play 2 cards. We're gonna gain our 2 energy. We can play anything in our hand. We don't need to defend, fortunately. We do have to worry about the build and the build down there. This one we can just let it happen. I'm not too worried about that one. This one's more of a problem. Actually, we could have done, in hindsight, is not put our presence here because we need a presence there, but we don't need it there now. We could put it over here, closer to this one, to be able to affect that more. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to really make a huge difference, I don't think, at this point. So I was trying to figure out if I could make it work, but it's not going to work. So we'll just leave it as is. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a good option for this guy. I think it's just going to happen. It's going to do bad things to us. So I guess that's what it is. Um, let's go ahead and play. We'll play this one to give us some of the symbols we need. We need to get a sun out there, a sun icon. So I gotta play another card with a sun. We will play this one. See if we can't gather. That will give us enough to gather only one. Bummer. We won't be able to gather anybody to do the damage. We don't really need to defend. Bummer, bummer, bummer. We can't make this work the way I was hoping it would work. We could gain a major power and forget one of our power cards. We could do that. Which I'm tempted to forget this one after I use it. But not ready for that yet. We will do Call the Guard. We'll do these two. It's not great, but it is what it is. Okay, there we go. So I'll play those two cards. We're spending 0 energy, which is interesting. Okay, and so we're gonna actually go up 2 energy in our counter here. So we do have 2, because we have 2 energy a turn. That's true, Nick. We could forget the major power we drew. We could. Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of like that suggestion. Because this one's not going to help us as much, and this one will give us a lot of symbols we need anyway. I'm going to take a suggestion. So we are going to only keep 1 power. Okay. All right, here we go. So our powers are only slow. We don't have any fast powers right now. Nothing's fast. So we'll just run through those turns. So first thing is we have a event card. We have rising interest in the island. Hey, Matt, welcome. Your island is unlike any the invaders have seen. Their leaders began to take interest in tales of strangeness. You may ignore the curiosity. Return the top card of the invader deck to the box. On each board, add a town to a land without one. Okay. Or weave lies in the minds of their observers. Costs 4 energy, aided by air, which we have one. We have 1 air in our hand and 1 in our discard pile. We can't. We would have to forget. That's a really good card to forget. I don't think we can aid that one. During the next normal ravage, they each do +1 damage. Return the top 3 card to the box. Okay, we're gonna have to do the top one. Unfortunately, we can't afford the bottom at this point. Yeah. So return the top card of the invader deck to the box, which is not great, but it is what it is. On each board, add a town to a land without one. So our options are probably here because we have more options to pull to our Incarnate. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, keep going. Beasts of the jungle. On each board, add a beast to a jungle without blight. 1 fear invaders are present. Sweet, 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 sweet. So we look down here. We probably add. Oh, wait. Put on here. It's not going to do damage to it, though. Put up here as well, which isn't bad. But that's not going to do damage either. We'll put down here because I don't have a solution down here. Maybe we get lucky next turn and they do something. I don't know. And then we get 1 fear which is excellent because that is going to push us over our mark to 4. So that's going to give us our first fear card, which we can do this turn. Okay, and then we have the last option, traps and snares. On each board, add a wilds to a land with Dahan. Okay, add a wilds to a land with Dahan. I don't want to deal with this one. Let's wild that one. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Then let's move on to fear card. We have our first fear card. Here we go. We're terror level 1. Defend 3 in all coastal lands. Bummer. Overseas trade seems safer. So that is not going to do anything for us, but hey, nothing bad at least. Now we move on to the invader stuff. So the invaders are going to ravage in the mountains. Then they're going to build in the jungles. So we do have a town popping up right down here. And then here we're going to have a city. Okay, and our new explorer is going to be wetlands. So that is going to add one here. Oh boy, and here. Not great. Not great. Okay. Now we can do all our stuff, so. Looking at our innate. We have 1 sun, 2. Oh, we don't have a mountain. Or earth, has to say. Bummer, we can't gather stuff with our first ability. We have stuff for the second ability, though. Dang it. I didn't plan this out. Oh, wait. Okay. Well, we'll make this work. That's not a great turn. We'll do this one first. Invaders are present at range 0. We're going to choose range. So right here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get 2 fear. Let's do that first. So then we're up to just 2. And then we get to push that town into here. That's it. That's that card. The other card we have here, target spirit may add a destroyed presence to one of your lands. So you can put this presence anywhere. Let's put it over here so we can affect this potentially next turn. Get close to it. And then if we target ourselves, we gain a major power. So let's take a look at what we have for major power options. And we can, like Nick said, forget the major power we look at. So 4. Plague ships sail to distant ports. Coastal lands has to be one with a city. 1 fear, add 4 disease among coastal lands on any boards other than target land. If you have these symbols, instead 1 fear, 3 damage. Spirits may jointly spend 3. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not helpful for what we have and need. Next one we have is utter a curse of dread and bone. So slow, range 1 from a shrine. For each blight in or adjacent to target land, add a Badlands, a disease, or a strife, max +3 of each. Then 2 fear and 1 damage. For each type of token you added, add 1 more within 1 damage to an adjacent land. We won't have a lot of blight, hopefully, so probably not that one either. Oh, this is a new card. This is from the set. Unearth a beast of wrathful stone. So this has the moon and the mount and the earth we need. So this is targeting invaders at range 1. After the next invader phase, on any turn, with no Ravager build actions in target land, 3 fear, 12 damage, and add a beast token. We push that beast 1 fear and 2 damage in its land. After the next invader phase, on any turn, with no ravage or build actions in target lands. Why would you do 12 damage there? Other partners wonderfully with dire metamorphosis. I don't have that card, do I? That must be a different one. Oh, yeah, for that other spirit, yeah. I don't know if I understand this card. Why would you do 12 damage? There's nothing there. No, it doesn't do build or ravage actions. You do 12. I see what it is. So they don't activate, but you still do 12 damage there. That's pretty powerful. Add a beast token. You may push that beast. And you get 1 fear and 2 damage in its land. Yeah, 12 damage? That's what it says on it, right? I'm not crazy. That is definitely 12 damage on the card. If you have these symbols, mark it. So this is new. This is new. Mark it. So it says grab a token, like take a scenario token to something. And then this marker can't leave the island. Each slow phase, you may push that 1 fear and 2 damage at that location. So basically, you would create a permanent beast of stone, and it will wander around, getting fear and doing damage for you every turn. So I believe that's in effect even if this card's not in play. That is really cool. Can we make it work? Yeah, 12 damage is a lot of damage. Now the problem is the 12 damage is great, but the people at this location can't take damage. But I could do range 2 from my shrine. That's pretty huge. It may be worth forgetting a card for this one. I really like that one a lot. It's 5 though. The last card we have is this one, Bargains of Power and Protection. Remove one of your presents on the island from the game, setting it on the reminder card. From now on, each Dahan within 1 range of your presence provides defend 1 into land, and you gain 1 less energy each turn. Don't care for that one. Top part useful for lands that are full of invaders, but not actively ravaging or building. I agree. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the only one that interests me is that one. This is the only one that really interests me. Question is it worth forgetting a card for it? Which one would we forget? Box them in and move the Incarnate away. Oh yeah, you could do that. You could bring them to an Incarnate spot. They don't do any damage. Move the Incarnate away, and then have this guy show up there. It's not worth it to waste for a while. Yeah, it's true. It'd just be my hand for a while. Okay, we won't use it. Very cool card though. Very cool card. Okay, so we did that card. We did this one. That's our slow. We can do this one, which would remove. We can remove the town. Yes, we can. So we can remove this town from the spot. And we can gather nothing. No, that's not true. We can gather this potentially into here. That's the only thing we can gather. We also get 1 fear. Okay. Man, it's such a slow fear card. Fear generator guy. Okay. That is it. That's our slow stuff. We have nothing else we can do. Okay. Next turn. Hey, Daniel. Welcome. Can't wait for my copy. I hope it comes soon, because I've been loving this one. I was really surprised at how many spirits they added, and they're all very cool, very fun. Um, this is my first time playing this one, the Towering Roots, so little slow getting into it, but so far I'm enjoying it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at our build options. So, sorry, not build options, growth options. Oh, and a reminder, they are ravaging in the jungles and building in the wetlands for this one. Um, so, let's take a quick peek at what our options are here. We only have 2 cards left. We're playing both cards a turn. We're getting 2 power a turn. We could go for the Earth or the Sun. I think either one's a good option. I don't think, looking at the options here, I don't think it really matters what we pick. But I don't think we have to reclaim cards yet, because it's not going to matter. Yeah, it's not going to matter. So, we'll pick either the second growth option or the third growth option. The question is, do we need... I think we do this... We don't really need the energy. I'm going to choose the second one. So, we'll add... Yeah, we don't need the other one. So, second one, we'll add another presence. Chat. The first answer I see is the one I'll go with. Do I take off the top track or bottom track for the presence? Let me know what you think. And then here, where do we put it? Sun. Got it. Bomb track it is. Okay, we will put this one at range 1 from us. We're also going to get a power card. Actually, let's look at the power card first, because maybe we can do something about this one. Oh, both said sun. Ah, you guys are in line. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's look at our power card first to see what we can choose. So this one. If you target spirit other than yourself, gain +1 energy. Target spirit may immediately play another power card, paying its cost. If it's slow, it does not resolve until later. Meh. Not great for a solo game, but co-op game, very useful. Song of Sanctity. It's got 2 of the symbols we need. Targeting a mountain or jungle. If target land has Explorer, push all Explorers. Otherwise, remove a Blight. Okay, it's okay. Next one we have is Portents of Disaster. It's got 2 of the symbols we need. 2 fear. Next time an invader is destroyed in target land, this turn 1 fear. It's not bad for the fear generation. And the last one we have is Delusions of Danger. Push a Explorer or 2 fear. I feel like that one is probably the most useful right now. Yeah. We'll go with that one. Alright. So, how do we want to play this? Okay, so then I don't have a good way of dealing with this one, unfortunately. Unless I defend there. But my thought was I was going to defend up here instead. Actually, we'll put this here for now. What we could do is we do have the Call to Guard one, and we also have the Defend at the Coast. Yeah, I think this one will work at the coast, actually. I can gather... Actually, not even. This Call to Guard might be really good up here. Because I can gather this guy, Dahan, there. And then I can choose the defend 1 option. So there'll be 2 defend there, which is pretty nice. Then I have this one. Oh wait, I have to put my presence there. Hold on. Let me put my presence there instead. That will let me defend 2 there, and that's even better. We got it. We'll play these 2 cards. Okay. Let's try to figure out how to make this work without losing stuff. I think we have a solution. We have a solution. Okay. Alright, so we're going to gain 2 energy when you pay 1, so we can go up up net 1 energy. Okay. Now we get to do stuff. So the first thing we want to do is fast. Let's do this one first. So gather up to 1 right here. So let's gather this one into this target land. Or choose defend 1 per Dahan. So that will be, let me put a defend token on there. So that's going to be defend 2. 1 damage will go through, but we're totally fine. No big deal. The nice thing is we'll destroy that city, which is awesome. So that one's taken care of. The next one we'll do is this one. In 1 target spirit's land, defend 2 per presence there. So there's 1 presence there already, so defend 2. There's only 3 damage there. We should be able to clear that one out as well. So I think we're good, guys. I think we're good. So, depending on what happens with event cards. So, speaking of which, it is event time. What we got? Farmers seek the Dahan for aid. The Dahan are uncertain whether to teach the invaders farming techniques, more in tune with the island's life. You recommend they spurn the invaders on each board, 2 damage to Dahan in a land with a town or city. That's horrible. On each board, add a blight to a land with at least 2 of those, which we don't have any. Dahan town and cities have -1 health. That would be okay. It would be okay. It's not great. Or teach the invaders on each board, add a town to a land with Dahan. The next normal ravage becomes a build. Oh, that's horrible. Because we're set up with the. I think we gotta do the top option. It's gonna. Our plans are gonna be kind of ruined, but we can still destroy a few things. Yeah, I think we have to do it. Okay. So on each board, top easy choice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll do the top one. On each board, 2 damage to a Dahan in a land with a town or city. So I think the option, because if you look at the bottom one, on half of the board, rounding up, added a disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders. Do 2 damage to Dahan there. It's going to kill that Dahan here anyway. So let's just do 2 damage to that one. It's fine. Wah wah. Okay. And then the next one is on each board, add a blight to a land with at least 2, which is nothing. We don't have that as a factor. We are defending. Oh, we're defending. Hold on, I didn't think about that. That's true. We are defending. But hold on, I don't know how that works now that I think about it. Because does that defend count for the ravage step still? Or is it defend used up? I actually never thought about this. Two damage, but it is 2 damage to a Dahan in a land. To a Dahan in a land. They are separate and not used up. Okay, this is news. This is good for me to learn. Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot. So then I can choose like this one, for example. Doesn't matter, right? And the 2 damage to one of them is going to be defended because this is two defense anyway. So, okay. And then they have -1 health, which is perfect. Actually, this is really good because none of that stuff is bad for me. No, yeah. Defense includes Dahan. Okay, cool. I mean, you always defend for the Dahan. Gotcha. Is I think what you're getting at. Okay, so the bomb effect would matter then. On half the board, rounding up, add a disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders. Do 2 damage to Dahan there. So what we could do is, for example, put the disease here, and then because that's defended, we're still good. This one we already defended here, and this one we defended here anyway. So yeah, that's actually okay then. And then the towns and cities have -1 health until the end of the turn. Okay. So no fear cards. Now we do the Ravage. So the Ravage, the nice thing is this is fully defended, and that's going to kill both those off. We'll gain 1 fear, which will put us at the 4 we needed to bump us up to get a fear card. Whoop, whoop. This one here is fully defended. It would also destroy the city. Give us 2 more fear. And that is clear. So that's great. And now for the bad stuff. Building in wetlands. So this one would stop the build. This one would get a city. Pretty sure that one's just going to go bye-bye. I wasn't planning ahead for that one. Okay. So that was our fast stuff. We are now going to do the Explore. So our Explore is going to be in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Up here, there is a source, so you can explore in there. Down here, there is possibility for that as well. That one's fine. This one's totally fine. It's going to die anyway. Okay. Now we do our slow stuff. Our slow powers, we've got our 2 innates to use. Only our 2 innates. So we have the first one, which is we have 2 suns, 1 mountain, and only 1 plant. So unfortunately, we can only do gather a Dahan for innates, for slows. Bummer. Okay, it is what it is. Yeah, we can just gather into that spot. I don't think it makes sense to. Because this one's going to be building. We want to keep the Dahan there so we can destroy whatever they build later. So I'm going to leave it as is. So yeah, that's it. Nothing for slow. Need to get those plants. So that's what we need. Moving on to the next turn. So here we go. Let's do the growth. The growth options are... We only have 1 card on our hand. So I'm pretty sure we have to reclaim all the cards. Yeah, let's reclaim all the cards, and then we can hopefully do some manipulation. We are also 1 card away from getting a tier level 2, which is nice. We don't have... Ooh, okay. Yep. I got plans. I got a plan! So we'll do the top option. Reclaim all our cards. We can add a presence at range 0. Oops, sorry about that. That was not the right button. I meant that's a wrong game. So I can remove a presence and it has to be range 0. Top 1 or bottom 1? Growth 2 will get you an additional card. That's true. But what I'm thinking though is if I reclaim, I can grab this card, and this card would let me remove a town. And remove a town in... Oh. Yes, this one is going to be helpful because I can shut a couple of things down. So I think I'm gonna go for that one. So I'm gonna reclaim that. The question is, what track do I take the token from? The top one or the bottom one? The bottom one will give us 3 cards it plays a turn. The top one will give us an earth. I'm leaning towards the bottom. I'm playing 3 cards. Yeah, playing 3 cards would be helpful. I'm leaning that way too. Let's do that one. So this has to go at range 0. Let's put that. Put that here, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Put it here. Okay, reclaim all that stuff. Cool. That's it. Now we're going to be able to play 2 cards. We get 2 energies. So let's see what cards we want to play. I want to play this one for sure. So that's going to, unfortunately, not. We're not going to gain any energy because of that. But I can play 2 more cards, which would be pretty nice. I really like this card a lot. So let's play that card out there. Get some more vitality going. And then let's also... Let's see, how many symbols are I going to have? Can I move stuff around? I would have... I would maybe remove a few things around. Do I have to defend? Yes, defending would be great. Defending would be amazing. The question is, can I do it? Yeah, this one will help. It would prevent one of them from ravaging, from blighting. But we're still gonna have a problem with another location, which is probably just gonna happen, honestly. And then let's go ahead and lay out. Let's go ahead and lay out this card just to get more more fear. Going for the fear. Because if we can build up our fear high enough. Oh wait, we're only playing 3 cards. Just kidding. Okay, we'll play these 3. It is going to cost us one of our energy, so we're not going to gain any energy this turn. But we're playing 3 cards, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. Let's do the fast stuff first. So I will do this card first. This card's going to give us 2 fear. That is going to push us at 4 and give us another fear card, which is excellent. We have 2 fear cards ready to go, and we are officially at terror level 2. Whoop whoop. Now it says, in both target and one adjacent land, this is looking at Incarnate, you may remove an invader with health less than or equal to the terror level. In both target... Oh, crap. It's a target of that one, though. It's okay. Still think it's worth it. So we will remove this town to help us with that spot. Because now I can play this card to defend 2 per presence. So it's going to be defend 4 in that spot. So that is not going to blight or anything, which I'm happy about. This is now off too. Unfortunately, we still have the problem of this one. That's just going to... It's going to be the way it is, I think. Okay. So that was our fast power. Let's move on to event card. Here we go. We do have a healthy land. On each board, explore in the land with the fewest total invaders or Dahan. No source required. So we have to find the total, the fewest number? The fewest total. So that would be here. Just because there's only one there. Yes. So that would be an explore. Okay. Yep, that's all it does. The next thing we do is look down here. Plagues in populous lands. Each board add a disease to a land with 3 or more invaders, which is none of them. Spreading conflict prompts caution. On each board, push up to 3 Dahan from a land matching a Ravage card to a land not matching a Ravage card. Up to, so it could be 0. So it would. Ooh, we can push that one. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to lose that. Let's move it. We'll move it here. Okay. So that's it. let's look at the fear cards. So now we're at terror level 2 for these fear cards. So here we go. First one. Nerves Fray. Each player adds 2 strife in a single land not matching a Ravage card. So it can't be in a wetlands. It could be anywhere else. 2 strife. Those are the best options. So, oh man. Okay, well this guy's gonna get removed. Put on this guy, I guess. And here, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Not the most useful card at this moment. Next one we have is Unrest. Each player adds a strife to a town. We have no towns. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to minimum 1. Bummer! Bummer! No! Neither of those helped us. Wah wah. Okay. They are now ravaging in the wetlands, building in the jungles. So, ravaging the wetlands. This one's defended 4, so that's fine. Nothing to worry about there. This one, unfortunately, does blight. Wah wah. So, now we move on to the build. So this one would build, but it can't because of the disease token. This one does build, and it's going to get a town. Okay. And then we do the Explorer. Explorer is going to be Coastal Lands. Gosh, I don't like that card. It's my least favorite card in the whole deck. Okay, so that's going to add a Explorer to literally all of them. 1, and 1 up here. We need the beast to do something. That's what we need. Okay. Slow stuff. We have this slow power. If no blight present, add a vitality. If no invasion present, add a wild. So probably do the first one. They're going to be ravaging in the jungle. We still have a defend card. But we don't have a defend card for either of them. But we can pull something. Do we have enough to pull a town? We do have enough to pull a town. We can pull this town away, which is nice. So the nice thing about that is we can add vitality. What I'm trying to figure out is I would like to add. I'm going to add the vitality here because we're really close to empowering that in Incarnate. Let's do that. And we do have 3 green. Oh, we do both. I should read the whole card because we do have 3 green. So we do add a wilds to a spot with no invaders. Let's do this in different order. Let's do this in different order. Let's not do that yet. Because what we can do is do our innate powers first. So our innate power, the first one is we do have a sun, 2 mountains, and 3. Yeah, so we can do the first 3 options on shelter under tower branches. So we can gather a Dahan, an explorer, and a town. So let's go and grab the town explorer, and let's go and grab this Dahan too. Okay, just come to the trees. It's fine. Okay, then we can do the second part of that. We do have 2 moons. We only have 3. Yes, we can do the first 2 options. So we're going to gain 2 fear. And then we're going to remove a explorer and a town. Yes, explorer and a town. What it comes down to it. So we can remove each of these. Okay. And then we'll add the vitality there. We don't add the wilds here because there's still an invader there. So, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. That's it for us. Slow power's done. And this one's a tricky one to deal with. It's a tricky one. Okay. Next turn. We need to get energy up because I'm struggling with only one energy. I think we're working on the next track. Energy track next. But we do get a plant. Which is super, super useful. Okay, let's figure out what we what we want to do. Oh, wrong button. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so we can get the earth here. We can get the plant here. Our issue right now is we're ravaging in. Well, they're not ravaging there at all because of strife. And down here, as long as we defend something there, which we definitely can do, that's fine. This is an issue. That's a big issue. I think we just need to find a card to help us with that, honestly. Yeah, I don't have a good solution for that one. What we could start doing is trying to get our presence in there so we can defend there. Does growth 2 empower your Incarnate? It would. Growth 2 would empower it. And that means it prevents builds in that location. That would empower it. Which is what I'm leaning towards. I'm just worried about this location. Because I don't have any solutions for that. I think I have to go for major powers. I think I have to find a major power to deal with that situation. What comes down to it. I do have... I can fetch a major power as well, pretty easily. Because I still have my Boon of Resilient Power card. But the plant would be super useful. Oh, because we just don't have the energy. I gotta go to the top track. I think I have to do the top track just because I need power to deal with these situations. I don't have the power. Slot machine for a major. Yeah, I think so. And we can do this twice because we can either of these options we gain a power card, and I have this card as an option too to try to get another power card. It's another option. But I think you're right. So let's do that first. Let's try to go for a power card first. Go for the major power. So let's see what our options are. We have settle into hunting grounds. Your green screen's looking weird. Let's do this. Your presence may count as badlands and beasts. Your presence cannot move. Well, that's fine. They can't move anyway. If you have those symbols, which we would definitely have the greens for sure. I don't know if we can get up to the beast one. No, we don't have any beast symbols. So we won't be able to do the bomb part of that one. But it's got the moon and the leaf we need, so plant we need. Next one we have is sea monsters. Add a beast. Invaders are present. 2 fear per beast. Max 8. 3 damage per beast. 1 damage per blight. That would definitely help against that coastal land for sure. It doesn't have any of the elements we need, but it's definitely a great card for that. Oh, yes. I love this card. It's so fun. Target spirit gains a major power by drawing 2 and keeping 1 without having to forget another one. Lots of fun symbols in that one. Lots of fun symbols, obviously. All the elements. Expensive, but really fun. I like that one a lot. And our last option here is the Wounded Wilds turns on its assailants. Add 2 Badlands, gather up to 2 beasts, 1 damage per all those tokens. Do we have fire going? We don't really have too much fire going. 2 fear per invader destroyed by this power, max 8. In a blighted land, though, the target land has to be blighted. I don't think this one's going to be useful for us, honestly, because we're not going to have too many blighted lands. So, honestly, of all those choices, sea monsters is tempting. So, the question is, do we go for sea monsters just to do like coastal land? Or do we go with the unlock gates of deepest power? Yeah, I think it's one of those two as we go for. And then what do we get rid of? We'll get rid of this one. Sea monsters, you say? Blues. Okay. We'll sea monster route. I won't be able to play it this turn. I have to forget a card. Card I would forget is probably going to be this one. The Shadows card. Because it's good, but don't really need it. Okay. Okay, so we gain the major power there. Now we can play some stuff. Ooh. Okay. Definitely playing that card. Oh wait, we have to put our presence out. Sorry. And we put our vitality there. Yeah. I want to get the as much as I would like to get more green plants out. I think we need the energy to pay for a sea monster, so we can't do it yet. So let's start getting this stuff out. So we'll do this one. We'll drop it here. Here. And then let's go ahead and gain the vitality we needed right here. Well, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. Let me move the camera. So then this would empower us, which now prevents builds. So there's no more builds wherever my Incarnate is. Okay. Which I can try to move the Incarnate to, which is interesting. Okay, that is it. So now we gain our energy. We're gonna gain 2 energy, but I'm gonna play 3 cards. So we're gonna gain net 0 energy. Net 0 energy. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Do our fast stuff. So first thing is, this is the one I'm excited about. Push a explorer. I'm gonna push this lovely chap over here because now they will both die with a ravage. Excited. I think that's worth it. The other one we'll do is call to guard, gather up to 1 Dahan. So I'm gonna choose this one over here. I'm not gonna gather Dahan. Instead, I'm just gonna defend 2 in that location. Oh, get rid of this defend token. Okay. So that's that. Those are my fast. See what I have for our cards. Our event card is Healthy Island. Do the top part. During the next normal ravage, each town does +1 damage. That's fine. Okay. So that's not going to do anything because no town's doing damage. Prey on the Unwary. Each beast destroys a explorer. Add a beast to a board of that one. Okay, so we get one of these guys dies. Which is fine. And the last one is Coming of Age. On each board, add a Dahan to a jungle or wetlands with a Dahan. Jungle or wetlands with a Dahan. Guess we put it here? I don't really know. Sure. Okay. Fear cards. We have no fear cards. We will move on to the next part of it. So, ravaging in the mountains, building in the coastal lands, and then we'll see what the explorer is. Ravaging in the jungle. So this one just dies. Ha ha ha. These guys are gone. And then we need to build. We're only building here, so that's going to get a town. That's why we need sea monsters. And then let's see what we do for the explorer. Explore into the sands. Which would prevent it here. The wilds token. And we get one over here. Okay. Now we're going to do our slow stuff. We have this one as our slow power. Target spirit may add a we don't have a destroyed presence. We can gain a major power, but we already got this. Well, we can look at it. Yeah, we'll look at a major power card because we can forget it. See if it's better than sea monsters. So we have this one, Sleep and Never Waken, which has two symbols we need. Invaders skip all actions in target land. One fear per 2 explorers as power removes. Move up to 2 explorers. Move up to 6 from among your lands. That's kind of cool. That's not bad. 6. Manifest Incarnation. 6 fear. That's being a city spot. 1 fear for each town or city, and for each of your presence in target land. Remove a city, a town, and explorer. The invaders in that target land ravage. If I can get that city in my spot, that would be pretty amazing. Because they could ravage there, but it doesn't do anything because they don't take any damage. They don't deal any damage. It would give me a ton of fear, and I could blast through that fear deck like nobody's business. It's got a lot of the symbols I need as well. Yeah, 3 of the 4 symbols I need. That's a pretty darn good choice. Next one we have Cleansing Floods. 4 damage, remove a blight. Ooh. And if I have a lot of water, which I don't have a lot of water, so I won't be able to do the plus 10 damage. But the 4 damage would work. And that would actually work on that wetlands area. The coastal lands, because I can reach that far. That's not a bad option. Not a bad option. And the last one we have is Vigor of Breaking Dawn. 2 damage per Dahan in target land. We have those when you push up to 2 Dahan in lands you push Dahan into 2 damage per Dahan. Okay. Don't think that's going to do anything for us. So, not that one. So the question is, we have the Manifest and Cleansing Floods. Is that better than our sea monsters? That's the question. The screen's going to go crazy, I think, with these cards. It always does this. I don't know why. Let me turn off my green screen so you guys can see better. There we go. So here's the 3 cards I'm looking at. Which of these 3 do we keep? And just for kicks, let me tuck this away so you can see them better. There we go. Manifest is tempting. But Sea Monsters is going to do a lot for us, honestly. It would clear that board. It would clear the board pretty easily. Cleansing Floods would do it too, but it gives us a sun symbol, which helps us. That might be even better, honestly. And it gets rid of makes the island a little bit healthier. I think we switch as much as like sea monsters. I think we go with Cleansing Floods, because that can be on any land too. Yeah. So I love the Manifest Incarnation. I don't think we can make it work. Yeah, that's it. That's tricky to make work. I'm gonna do Cleansing Floods and we'll just deal with that. Okay, there we go. Cleansing Floods. Okay, so that was our slow power. We still have our innates to do, which haven't done our innates yet. So we do have. Let's look at the innates together. The first one we have. Let's see. we only have the first one. We only gather a Dahan. So wah wah. Let's go and gather a Dahan here. Yeah, gather Dahan here. Or why am I doing that? Let's gather Dahan here. This makes way more sense. Because that's going to do horrible things in the future with the builds. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do our second innate, which we have. Nope, we can't do the second innate. We can't do it. Don't have the stuff. Okay, that's it. That is it. So we're done with our powers. We move on to next phase. So, what do we do here? We gotta get the energy. I think that's our choice, and we have to reclaim cards because I have one card in my hand. So that's an easy choice. Easy choice. Where do we put our presents? The question. Fortunate, this is going to cascade. We are going to lose. We are going to lose that. All right, we're going to have a blighted island. Is what comes down to it. I'm not sure if we can do anything about that because our cards are slow. Yeah, our cards are slow. Put in the coastal wetlands. Okay. Boop. There we go. Okay, reclaim all our stuff. We are going to gain. Yeah, we have defend cards. I'm going to look at that right now. So we're going to gain 4 energy. So let me put this stuff back on the screen real quick. Yeah, Spirit Island After Dark, exactly. A late game, for sure. I just really wanted to play this one, so I figured it out. And you guys here, it makes it a lot more fun, honestly. So we're going to gain 4 energy. So we have 5. So let's figure out what cards we want to play here. So for defense stuff, this one has a little bit of defense. It will give 2 defense there. It's something. It's not much. We also have this one, which will give us maybe 1 more defend there. Yeah, maybe 1 more defend. Which isn't great. So, I think it's just gonna. I think it's just gonna boil over. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop that. I can push. I might go for the fear, honestly. So if we get 2 fear, we'll get another fear card. We're kind of far away from level 3 though. Kind of far away from level 3. Um, we're just slow. I will play Cleansing Floods though, because this is gonna be very helpful to clean up after the mess we're gonna have here. Actually, that makes way more sense. Oh, it costs 5. That's all our energy, though. That's all of our energy. Okay, we'll make it happen. Yeah, we're just not gonna defend there. We're gonna play Cleansing Floods though. We're gonna get rid of all our energy to do this. Okay, energy is good. Then we get a plant next time. This is gonna be helpful. Very helpful. Yep. Okay. So now let's go through our stuff. Oh, did I add? Oh, I can't add it here. I can't add it here because it's at +0. It can't actually go there, unfortunately. We'll put it here. Yeah, put it there, I guess. Okay, there we go. So let's do the slow powers. Oh no, fast powers. So the only fast power we have is this one. Gather up to one Dahan, then if Dahan are present, you can, after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. Okay. We will put. We'll gather here, and then we'll just choose this location because I'm guessing we will pull someone in there. That's my guess. I'll put a reminder token on there so we know that this one has that effect. That is the only thing we got for fast. We're just not in a good position right now. So hopefully the event card's nice to us. Can you move the Incarnate to the desert to prevent the build by destroying one presence? No, I had to do the different growth option for that. However, instead of taking a presence from the track, this is in the rulebook. Instead of taking a presence from the track, if our Incarnate's already on the board, we can choose to move it as though it was being added. Is what it comes down to it. So if I choose not to do this, which would change the whole turn because I can't play this card anymore, I could then put it here to prevent the build. But I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I'm not worried about my presence getting destroyed because I can get it back pretty easily. So I'll just play it out and see what happens. But yeah, the rule is if your presence is already on the island, anytime you would add a presence, you can choose not to add it and instead move your presence as though you were move your Incarnate as though you were adding it in a legal way. So putting down riots on each inland land on each board, replace a explorer with a town. Well, that's not great. We'll put on an inland board. Okay, right here. At least that's striped. Okay. Stricken. Invaders do not ravage in lands with disease or strife. Bummer. Why can't that be in the coastal land? Okay. Uh, drive off the interlopers. Each player may push a explorer or town from a land with the Dahan. Oh, that's not bad. Hey, this guy here. Run away! Ha 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 ha! Okay. No fear cards. Now we do the bad stuff. So, the bad stuff is ravage in the coastal lands and then build in the sands. So, ravage in the coastal land, which is here, which is the bad stuff. We add a blight, and that will unfortunately cascade, which will then flip our card we'll look at in a second. We'll put this other one here, and unfortunately lose our presence. There. Flip it over, and we have a pall upon the land. Immediately on each board, destroy a presence and remove a town. Okay, we can do that. So destroy a presence and remove a town. We'll remove this town because this one I think we can deal with. Okay. And then we add 6 more blight there. Remember I said we're not going to have a lot of blight? Or, sorry, 3 more blight here. That's obviously not the case anymore. So, okay. Watch me lose at difficulty 0. That's gonna be embarrassing. Building in the sands. Luckily, no one's in the sands, so yay. And then we see what we do for explore. Now we're exploring into jungles and sands. Ramping it up. Ramping it up. So, jungle and sands, that is literally all of them have a source for that. Okay. Now we do slow stuff. This is not great. We can maybe deal with that guy. Nope, we can't pull him in. We're not playing our symbols well. I'm not playing my symbols well is what it comes down to it. Let's do the flood first. 4 damage, remove a blight. I think we just do that on the coastal land. Yeah, we'll do that here. So that's gonna give us 2 fear, which is great, because that'll give us another fear card. Okay. Oh, and remove a blight, so that's going to go back onto that card. Okay. So that's cleansing. That's cleansing floods. Let's go ahead and add a vitality marker someplace. This seems like a dangerous spot, so I'll put it here. That's our blooming of the rocks and skies. Okay. Those are our slow stuff. The only other power we can do is nothing. We don't have enough plants. Okay, that's it. That is it. That's all she wrote. Okay, next turn. Let's go ahead and figure out what power we want. Well, it's going to be a plant. Do we want to play more cards game? We need more energy. We have no energy. So we'll gain this one. And we can put this... There are Ravage and Sands. We'll put it here so we can maybe do something about that later. Okay. Yeah, we'll put it there. We could do any of those options. Now the question is, I think we do this one here. We can move our Incarnate someplace else. I don't think it really matters. Don't think it really matters. So I'm not going to worry about that, but we can gain the energy and gain a power card, which is what I want. So the 1 energy, and let's see what power card we gain. I'm going to gain a minor power for now. Well, actually, we do have 4. I don't have a card I want to lose right now, though. So let's look what we have. We have this one. Rights of land rejection. Invaders do not build and target land this turn. 1 fear per town or city, or 1 fear per Dahan, whichever is less. That's interesting. Would moving to 8 prevent a build? Good question. Good question. It would prevent a build. That's correct. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. That's not a bad idea. We'll move to 8. So that's one less thing we have to do. We do have to get rid of our presence for that, but we can get back later. Not too worried about that. Okay. Okay, so we got that one. What else do we have? Rain of Blood! 2 fear. If target land has at least 2 buildings, plus 1 fear, which we could do without wetlands. Symbols aren't super helpful. This one's got the plant we need. A spirit with presence on target land may add one of their destroyed presents. Gather up to 2, push. Ooh, that sounds really good. That has almost all the symbols we need. And we get our destroyed presents back. And this one for 1. Target land is a jungle or sand. Remove a blight. And with 3, we can add a wilds. Oh. And it has symbols we need. I think we got a winner. I think we have our winner, yes. Because that will remove the blight and add wilds to lock things down. And it has a lot of the symbols we need. We don't get our destroyed stuff back, but we have a card that does that anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, that's the one. I like it. I like it. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to gain how much energy now? 4 energy. 4 energy. So, we're up to 5 now again. And we can only play 3 cards. There are 3 lights. 4 lights. All our cards cost energy to play. So, now the question is, what are our problem areas? Our problem areas, we got this one locked down because of the build. That's not going to do anything, it's just going to die. This one over here is an issue. What can we do about that? It's okay if it builds. Because we can defend there later. I'm not worried about that. Or we can actually even push them with this card. But that might be more useful to push off. No, we use that for the fear. We don't really need this card. We don't really need that card right now. That's what it comes down to it. We don't need defend. We're fine defending. Okay, I'm going to play the Renewing Rain card for one of the cards. So that's going to be one of our energy. So I like that card. We'll make it happen. Okay, we need to play this one. I think is a good one to play to get the green we need. And it'll give us back our destroyed presence. And then I think we just play this one because it's going to remove a lot of tokens for us. A lot of stuff. In fact, we didn't have to move our presence. There was no reason to do it. Our Incarnate. That's fine. It is what it is. So we'll play that one as well. And that's going to bring us down to 1. Okay. 3 cards. Let's see what we do. So, fast time. The only fast thing we have is this one here. Radiant and Hollow Grove. 2 fear. Boop, boop. Invaders are present or adjacent. And they are because we have to target this land. So, here and adjacent, which is great. In both target and 1 adjacent land, you may remove an invader equal to, in health less than equal to the terror level. Terror level is 2, so we can remove 2 health worth of invaders. I think well, I'll have to remove this one, because that's an easy one to do. And I think we remove the town just because we can. Get rid of the town. Just because we can, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Because this one is going to... Actually, maybe we don't, because if we remove this one, it won't build. I'll take that back. Then we don't have to worry about this one at all. We'll remove this one as well. Okay. That's it for our fast stuff. Now we move on to event card. Here we go. Be gentle. We are not healthy. We are a blighted island. Each spirit chooses independently to forget 1 power card. Well, I know what power card I'm forgetting. I already saw that one. Which one was that? Oh yeah, Delusions of Danger. It's gone. Okay. Each spirit chooses... okay, sorry. Lose 2 energy to minimum 0 and destroy 1 presence in a land where you where you destroy presents, return a blight to the box. Eh, I'm okay for getting a power card. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Oh, thank you, beast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is great. Offerings of story and season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan amongst its lands, which we definitely have, gains 1 energy and may reclaim a card. Ooh, sweet. Get energy. And doesn't really matter because I don't think we can. I don't think it's gonna matter a whole lot. We'll get the Cleansing Flood card back, I guess, for now. Okay, that's it for event card. We do have single fear available at level 2. What does this do? Skip the next normal build. The build card remains in place instead of shifting left. So we have 2 builds happening, I guess, at the same time. Okay. I'll put this as a reminder nearby, and then let's go through the bad stuff. Okay, so Ravage in the Sands. So look over here. Only one is here. He dies. Woohoo! Okay, then we will go on to building in the jungle or the sands. So nothing, 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 nothing. I love it. And our explorer is mountain and jungles. So that was very, very effective. Mountain and jungles. I don't know how we're going to win this one, though. We have to get rid of that city, and we have to get enough fear card. So, definitely here, definitely here. And, yes, definitely here. All the places. All the places to get stuff. Okay, now we have slow stuff. So let's do this one first. I can potentially remove a blight. And we definitely can add a wilds. It has to be a jungle or a wetland, or jungle or sands. So let's do that here. And then add a wild token there. Okay, that one's done. Then we have this one. Target spirit may add a presence that was destroyed to one of my lands, and then we can maybe get major power. So we'll look at them. I'm not sure I'll get one though. Where's the problem zone? This is probably the problem zone. I'll put it there for now. Okay. Let's briefly look at. I'm gonna go to the powers really quickly because I was getting late here. So, um, this one's interesting. 2 damage and either add 3 wilds or remove a blight, and then we can definitely do the latter one, which is going to do a fear and plus 2 damage. That's only inland lands. This one is really interesting because we can degrade a city. But no fear for that one. I'm okay with what we have, actually. I'll just keep what we have. Okay. That is it. Oh, slow stuff here. Our innate slows. So, for our innate slow, we do have 4 leaves, 3 suns, only 1 mountain. 2 mountains. We do have 2 mountains. We have the whole gambit. Finally, innate superpower using the first one. We are going to gather this. We have 2 moons. We do have 2 moons. This is perfect. Gather to here. Gather into. Gather the town. And we can gather this guy too. Just clear that area completely. No, we gathered this one because they're going to build. So we'll move that there. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then we get to do the other innate power, which we do have it fully powered. Fully powered. We gain 3 fear, which is what we absolutely needed. So 1, 2, 3. Give us another fear card. And then we could remove 3 invaders with that. 2 of them have to be explorers or towns, and the other one can be the city, which we will definitely do. So remove that city. Haha! Remove the town and then the explorer. So those are all gone. Bye-bye. Come again later. Yeah. I like that a lot. Finally, I feel like we're like, that was a really powerful turn. Okay. Congrats on the victory. We didn't win though, yet, did we? We did win. I didn't realize we had nothing on there, because guess what? Terror level 2. No towns or cities. I would have kept playing. I didn't think twice about that. Thanks, Blue Sequel. Whew. Okay. And now I was getting worried there. It was going on for a bit. But that is a win. Let's go ahead and jump to the chat real quick. Okay, so that's going to conclude this playthrough. It went a lot longer than I expected, honestly. I was hoping it would be a fast play, but it wasn't. A lot of it is just, honestly, analysis paralysis, keeping up the stream, and learning a new spirit for the first time. I know it's difficulty 0, but there's a lot going on, of course. And this one, because you're drafting power cards so often, it takes a bit longer to play because of that, like going through each one, for sure. But I like the vitality counters. I really like lure from Jagged Earth, where like come to the jungle and disappear and go off. I get that same feeling here. Very defensive. I liked him. I think there's better. I think I play him. I think he might be stronger with other players, which is probably true for a lot of spirits, honestly. And I think he's very sensitive to getting those right elements because I in the middle of the game I had very few elements. I wasn't initiating those innate, and he's kind of dependent on them honestly because the Incarnate doesn't really move, and it's such a focus to the play that I think next time I play him, I will definitely try to make sure we hit those more frequently. But really like them. Like yesterday we played what's the other spirit? Darkness. Darkness one. Like Darkness better than this one, but I still like this guy. So but yeah, thanks. Going to end this playthrough. Next thing on this channel will be Marvel Champions tomorrow night with Peter and Terrence. Co-op chat Saturday morning. We'll talk about campaign games and how they can be replayable or not. This is not the end of Spirit Island. I will be playing more of this for sure. But I probably will not be playing more of it tonight. Hey, Brooke, thanks for subscribing. Or not tonight, next week. This week, is to say. We'll probably get to this next week sometime, and this was just a random stream, but if I plan it out, I will have it on the schedule, so. I want to play it with Nourishing Earth and Locust Serpent to get max vitality tokens out. That would be cool. Very cool. So, hey, thanks, Blue Sequel Pearl. Good night to you. Thanks for joining me. So, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you at the next stop. Bye-bye.